Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm here in Nairobi, Kenya, and today I want to step away from the room tours and explore something a bit deeper. We're talking culture, history, and of course, wildlife. Our first stop was the Nairobi National Museum, a place I've heard about it, but I've never experienced in person. As we drove, I couldn't help but wonder how all these stories would come to life once we walked through those doors. The minute we pulled up, even the art in the parking area said something about the energy of this city. Bold, creative, and rooted in history. Stepping inside was almost ceremonial. We had to turn in our bags and water bottles. They are strict about protecting their exhibits, which made it feel like we were about to step into something special, something important. From the moment we entered, it felt like we were walking through Kenya's heartbeat. The first display brought me face to face with old currency and figures, symbols of how trade and life once functioned here. It was humbling, seeing objects that had shaped people's daily routines. There were wooden bottles and even an abeng, a horn once used to communicate across villages. When I looked at it, I imagined the sound echoing through the landscape, a voice from another time. Then came another world, the world of the bees. I didn't expect to be mesmerized by a display about honeybees, but here I was, starting at their life cycle like it was the most interesting thing I'd ever see. And in Kenya, where nature is everything, it made perfect sense. Next was the elephant display. Ahmed Marabit. His story is size. Oh my, it was so huge. It reminded me how deeply wildlife is woven into the fabric of this country. There were the skulls. There were the skulls, ancient, fossilized reminders of the long journey of life itself. The lion exhibit stuck something in me too. Seeing the bone alongside photos of lions hunting made it real, fierce, purposeful, alive, even in stillness. All around were objects of daily life, pots, milk box, tools, things you wouldn't think twice about until you realized how much they tell you about how people lived, worked, and connected with each other. There were birds that seemed frozen mid-flight, containers used for tobacco, and even an exhibit marking the first 50 years of Kenya's central bank, each telling a piece of Kenya's layered story. And then a wall dedicated to the cycle of life itself: birth, adulthood, aging, passing on. It was beautiful and powerful all at once. Right before we left, we came to a section devoted to the history of Kenya, from ancient times through colonization and independence. It felt like the museum had taken our hands and slowly shown us how this nation found its identity. Leaving the museum, I was quiet for a moment, absorbing everything. Then we headed back into the sunshine, this time with wildlife on our minds again. Next, to the Giraffe Centre. Upon entering, unexpectedly, we saw baby elephants. They had a display of baby elephants. They are orphans being cared for by the workers. They feed them, give them a chance at life again.
Where we need the other one. You don't stop with them already. Oh, well, are you serious? Elephants are getting milk. Getting them milk. Kind of too big to still get milk. One of the baby elephant. It's older than a straw. Wow, it's like a gallon of milk. That's for that weird. Wow. And then are you seeing? I'm holding it. You see? Get your milk, brother. Get your milk. You see this one holding it? Charlie.
And for milk.
And milk? Oh, that's finished. I don't know. I'll go back in anyway. Like number I wonder, I don't know what.
Now when they're licking your lip.
Yeah, man.
That's sweet. A condensed milk and infamous. A condensed milk.
This one coming in? Oh, yeah. Yes. See? You're too big for milk now. That one look big. Yeah. Too big for milk now. Oh, they're eating other stuff.
So the bigger one, maybe. No?
They eat the wood too? Or just the leaf?
I guess I skin the leaf of what they get.
Yeah, that one's small.
The Giraffe Centre helps educate visitors and raise awareness and give these gentle giants a safe home. I think they did ask for donations. I don't remember, so I don't really want to say they asked for donations, but I don't remember.
The approximated age is very minor. Maybe a month or two might be the difference, if there is any. I will start with the elephant on my left. Her name is Talek, and Talek is about 15 months. Talek was rescued from the Masai Mara along the Talek River. She was
Based on the fact that there were so many people there, it wasn't a good time to go, I think. And we had to wake up so early to get there. They had a lot of visitors that day, a lot of visitors. So we left the elephant area and went around to the giraffe. Like I said, we weren't expecting to see baby elephants because, well, I wasn't aware. Once I heard Giraffe Centre, I thought, it's a giraffe. But we saw the elephants and it was so good seeing them despite the crowd. So we left from there and we went around to the giraffe section and we had to wash our hands again before we enter because we're gonna feed the giraffe. And like I said, a lot of visitors that day. So you could see signs warning about headbutts. And I laughed at first, when I read that sign, I'm like, yeah, but it's true. They are wild animals, guys. Feeding them from up here, as you can see, eye level, is unlike anything else I've ever done. Their long lashes, their gentle movement, it felt magical. By the end of the day, I felt like I'd live a lifetime. From learning about Kenya's past to meeting its living wonders. This place stayed in my heart. Thank you for coming with me. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like, tell your friends, and let me know where we should go next. Alright, guys, remember to like the video, subscribe, and more videos to come of my time in Kenya. Thanks for watching. Bye.